Did you know that psychological tricks that can change people's behavior in strange ways are hidden beneath the surface of everyday interactions? There are some very interesting things to learn about dark psychology today, and they might change the way you see the world. Dark psychology looks into the sneaky tricks and plans people use to control and sway other people. The book explores the darker sides of human nature and shows how certain psychology principles can be used to get certain results. This video will show you 7 dark psychology tricks that aren't as well known but can still captivate and interest you. Each trick is meant to make you curious and test what you think you know about how people act, from making you feel like something is scarce to using the concept of reciprocity. Stay tuned until the end to find out what these psychological tricks are all about and how they can be used in a moral way in different situations. You are about to be amazed as we reveal the secret dynamics at work in the way we talk to each other every day. Are you interested in our channel, The Dark Dynamics? If you're interested in the mysterious world of dark psychology and the power of psychology, you might want to subscribe to get the latest news on our adventures in this mysterious field. This opening sets the scene for an interesting look at dark psychological tricks and makes people want to watch all the way to the end. It has an attention-getting hook, a short summary of what to expect, and a warm welcome to our channel. Please let me know if you need any changes or more information. Trick 1. Use the principle of scarcity. Let's learn more about the fascinating field of psychology. Imagine going into a store and seeing a sign that says, "Limited stock available." How do you feel? There is a sense of haste and a need to get that thing before it sells out. Right here is what the scarcity principle is all about. Think about how this idea could be used in dating situations. Making your time, attention, or affection seem limited can quickly make someone more attracted to you. You could say in a subtle way that you are busy or that you have a lot of admirers who want your attention. You become more attractive and sought after all of a sudden. There are a lot of choices in the world, so shortage stands out as a sign of exclusivity. Think about how keeping information or chances from people can make them more interested. Like a rare gem, something that is thought to be hard to get or limited in availability adds worth and appeal to it. We naturally fear losing out and value things more when they are scarce, which is what the scarcity principle is based on. Using this concept in a planned way can give people a sense of urgency and desire that makes them want to pay attention. Stay tuned, because we're about to talk about more cool tricks that go deep into dark psychology. Trick 2. Use the contrast rule. Let's think about how different situations can change the way we see things. Imagine eating something boring after really enjoying something very tasty. The difference makes both meals look better, but it makes the bland one look even worse. Now think about how you could use this idea to get women interested. By using different words, actions, or body language in different situations, you can make the experience interesting and dynamic, which will grab their attention. One way to create a sense of intrigue and unpredictability is to switch between intense and lighthearted times. Contrast is a strong storytelling tool that draws attention to important parts by showing how they are different. When it comes to attraction, using the contrast principle can help you stand out by giving people an experience they will never forget. Making a vivid tapestry of feelings and events that stick with you is what it's all about. As we try to figure out the secrets of dark psychology, remember that the contrast principle has the power to change how people think and what interests them. Stay tuned for more information on how psychological principles can be used to capture and interest people. Trick 3. The foot in the door technique. Let's look at what this technique means in psychology. With this method, you start with a small request or action and then move on to a bigger one. If someone agrees to the first request, they are more likely to follow through with later, more important requests. Think about using this method to change people's behavior for the better. If you want someone to do you a favor, for example, you could start by asking for a small favor that is easy to give. After they've accepted and shown they're willing to work together, you can make the main request, which may have seemed difficult at first. The foot in the door technique is based on the idea that people tend to keep their promises, so their deeds should match up with what they said they would do. You can change people's behavior to get what you want by slowly increasing the number of requests and building trust and cooperation. As you try to convince someone of something, the foot in the door technique is like a soft push that makes it easier for them to give in more. Creating a path of agreement and cooperation that leads to results that are good for everyone is what it's all about. Stay tuned as we explore darker areas of psychology and find more interesting facts about how people act. Step 4. Get social proof. Let's look into the idea of social proof and how it affects desire. It is human nature to look to others for advice on how to act in a certain scenario. This is called social proof. When it comes to interest, social proof is a big part of how people think and what they decide to do. Now let's talk about some real-world ways to use social proof to get women to like you. One good approach is to show endorsements or testimonials from people who like or respect your qualities. This can make you seem trustworthy and desirable, which is appealing to women who want to feel validated and sure of themselves. Another way is to talk about shared hobbies or memberships that show you have social connections and are relevant. You can use the power of connection to make yourself more attractive by putting yourself in line with well-known people or groups. In the world of attraction, social proof is very strong. It changes how people think and what they do by looking at what other people do. Utilizing social proof in a smart way can help you present yourself in a positive light and make yourself more appealing to women. Stay tuned as we learn more about the interesting field of dark psychology and how it affects how people act. Trick 5, the Zeigarnik effect. Let's look into this interesting part of human behavior. The Zeigarnik effect is a psychological phenomenon that shows how we remember and think about tasks that we haven't finished or were delayed more than tasks that we have. This makes us feel tense and curious, which makes us want to find answers. Let's talk about how to use this effect to get women interested. An effective tip is to leave them with a surprise or unanswered question that makes them want to know more. You can keep them interested and curious by purposely leaving out information or leaving breaks in the story. You can also build expectation by hints at something interesting or exciting without giving it away all the way. This builds tension and keeps women interested, which makes them want answers and closure to quench their thirst for knowledge. By playing on our natural desire to close, the Zeigarnik effect is a strong way to get people's attention and keep them interested. You can create a sense of anticipation that draws women in and keeps them interested in the interaction by using this effect to add mystery and excitement. Stay tuned as we continue to reveal the mysteries of dark psychology and how it affects how people act. Trick 6, line up and mirror images. Let's look into how body language has a big effect on how people talk to each other. Mirroring is a way to make a connection and feel close to someone by quietly copying their movements, facial expressions, or posture. This unconscious copying makes a beat that is harmonious and helps people understand and care about each other. To connect with women, let's look at how imitating their body language can be very helpful. If you copy their body language, movements, or even the way they talk, it can help you connect with them on a deeper level. This synchronization of body language shows that people understand each other and can make the link between them stronger. To effectively mirror someone's behavior, you need to pay attention to their emotional cues and subtleties, not just copy what they do. It's possible to connect with someone on a deeper level than just talking if you mirror their energy, feelings, and communication style. By matching and mirroring women's nonverbal cues and behaviors, you can quickly build rapport and important connections with them. The goal is to build a bond of understanding and unity that goes beyond words and leads to a deep relationship. Stay tuned as we learn more about how complex human connections are and how powerful psychological principles can be in shaping them. Trick 7, the power of reciprocity. Let's look at how this powerful trait changes the way relationships work. Giving something back in exchange for getting it creates a sense of obligation and exchange between two people. When it comes to building relationships, exchange is a key factor in promoting trust, teamwork, and connection. Now let's talk about some ways to use exchange to make women more interested in you. Doing acts of kindness or generosity without asking anything in return is a good way to start. By showing real care and concern, you can make someone feel grateful and friendly, which will make you more desirable. One more thing you can do is tailor your acts of reciprocity to the tastes and interests of the women you want to draw. You can make a meaningful relationship with someone by making your efforts fit with their values and wants. This will strengthen the feeling of reciprocity and mutual appreciation. By creating a sense of shared interest and reciprocity, reciprocity is a key part of building relationships. If you use techniques that stress genuine kindness and thoughtful actions, you can build a strong bond and attraction with women. Stay tuned as we continue to figure out how dark psychology affects how people connect with each other. We looked at 7 strong dark psychology tricks that can change how people act and make them more attractive. Each trick, from the scarcity principle to the power of To get good results and important connections, you need to be careful with these tricks and use them in an honest and responsible way. Thanks for watching as we looked into the interesting world of dark psychology. If this video made you think and gave you new ideas, please like it and share it with others who could benefit from them. If you want to see more interesting videos about psychology, how people act, and how to affect people, subscribe to our channel. Join our group of curious people as we keep looking into the mysteries that affect how we connect with each other and our relationships. If you want to see more videos like this, please like this one and subscribe to our channel.